Hi guys, it's Sunbury Housewives. Welcome back to another DIY. If you're new to our channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button to see future DIYs. Today I'm participating in the Look for Less challenge hosted by Yami of the Latina Next Door, and our co-host this month is DIY Beauty on Purpose. I'm going to list both of their channels and the playlist in the description box below. I found this on the Kirkland's website for $24.99 and I'm going to recreate it. I had this in my stash from a long time ago. It used to have milk bottles in it. And so I am going to remove the handle that is currently on it, but I'm going to repurpose it using the one handle to make two handles. So I got my wire cutters, that's what those are called, and just gently removed that handle. I didn't have to cut it, I just pried them off and they come off pretty they came off fairly easy. Because I never throw anything away, I'm using these two wooden things that come on foam brushes, and I'm using those for my handles on the end. So I take my drill and I'm drilling the holes in the ends. The one end already has a hole, but I'm making it even longer so that the ends of the wire thingies can go in even further. Yeah, so I just centered it and made sure that it goes in far enough, and then I just kept drilling and then cleaned up my mess. Those things are so cool. If you don't have one, get one. If I can find where I got it, I'll link it down below. I want to say it was Wish though. Isn't everything from Wish? So I measure where I think about half is, and then I put some electrical tape, and this was way too thick to just cut straight through. So I put it on there and I just sort of twist it back and forth until I get a good groove. And then I took it over the edge of my desk and just snapped it off. And I did that for both pieces. And then, oh, I'm like, what am I going with the antique wax here? Duh, I paint the little wooden dowel things for the handles. That's what I did. And then I set those off to dry. So I placed it on the end of the basket where I want it to go, and I tacked the top with just a little bit of hot glue so I could hold it there, so that I can then use some Fix-All to tack the bottom. And I do end up using the Fix-All towards the top too once the bottom is done. And you can see here I do add an angle because the basket is sort of at an angle instead of up and down, just like the Kirkland's pieces, where it has the sides, where this one only has like the two in the middle. Anyway, I worked with how I could. So it's not exactly like the Kirkland's piece, but it's inspired by the Kirkland's piece. So I did just use a little bit of hot glue just to tack it to keep it in place while the super glue dried. So while that did that, then I turned it upside down to use the super glue Fix-All. And then I thought I was rolling the camera, which I wasn't. I did use some wire once I got the top pieces with the fix-all to keep it attached. And I also used some electrical tape as well on the handles so that it didn't move while I let it dry overnight. And what I also did, and you'll see here in just a second, is, well, you'll see in a little bit, but I did paint the rings of the mason jars black. Now, I painted 3 because the inspiration piece showed 3, and I honestly thought I would be able to fit 3 mason jars in here, and 3 ended up not fitting. I mean, if I squeezed it in there, I probably could have, but it didn't. I may try to see if I can, you know, those Dollar Tree milk bottles, I might put those in there. I don't know. I might just leave 2. I'm not really sure yet. Anyway, so here you can see where I have the electrical tape, and then I'm going to take off wire. Now at the bottom, the way that the wire handles laid down, I didn't want it scratching if I decided to put it on a table. So I did use some fix-all and do the wood beads at the bottom just so it wouldn't scratch. So I'm going to wax, what do you call that? Not wax, not paint. Stain. Oh my gosh, I am so losing my mind. And use a little bit of the brown paint to cover up some of the glue spots so that it all matches in with the basket. And then the basket portion is done. And I just add in my jars. And this is where you'll see where the third just does not fit. Yeah, that was a bummer to me. But anyway, it ends up working in the end. The 2 works fine. And I just take some of this eucalyptus that I got from Walmart like a while ago. And I just cut, I only end up using 1 bunch of this and just throwing it in there. And here is the finished product. This only cost me $2 because all I had to do was buy the mason jars. Everything else I already had on hand. So make sure you go and check out the playlist and see what everybody else has come up with. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.